We have Avalanche, symbol AVAX, versus the dollar. We'll do a general overview on this one, and short-term timeframes are looking a little bit bouncy, kind of alongside the rest of the market. Now, there is a range play pretty much in just about anything within this market right now. And for AVAX, it would be below 60.80 would break the downside of the short-term range, and implying targets back down somewhere around 58.75 or so, maybe a little bit lower than that over time towards 57 base. But short-term, does it bounce back up somewhere around about 64.25 to $65? Yeah, I do think so. That doesn't really mean much for the long-term, however. So let's go to the daily. Daily, we did get our spike down to the 55 right here. That is actually a very good response thus far. I sincerely would not mind if this one did put in a more obvious low around this region. However, I would not get long-term bearish on this thing, especially as long as you're above 55 on a daily, 55.25 to be exact, in fact. Until then, I do like the long-term range here. Let me just kind of readjust it for this. Something like this. Anything above 57 is another higher low, and a pretty damn good one at that. I'd get very excited about this one long-term, above $70 on a daily, 5-day. Same thing. I don't think it's ready just yet. I think that this one will trade sideways here for a while. But again, anything above 57 especially is long-term very good. Weekly, same chart here. Monthly, same thing as well. So I don't really have too much to add on to that. Maybe momentum also just can help us out with a bit more of a bias on those directions. Or let's see if they line up with resolution points. 4 hour pops back up above 61.25. Okay, looking good on that in the next hour or so of trading. 12 hour pops back up above 72. So I don't think it's going to start trending to new highs anytime soon. I think like earliest would be, maybe late November or so. Daily's down but below 68 as well. And 5-day, same thing. So higher term time frames are more corrective. Lower term time frames are more bouncy right here. So I'd be looking for a little bit of a short term bounce. Anywhere around 60, like I said, 64.5 to 65.5 is kind of fair game. I wouldn't get excited about this one long term for making new ultimates as long as you're below $70. But if it can start to actually trade above there and close above there on, I think it was a daily we were looking at, yeah, then we actually will have some interesting targets to the upside long term. Continuation targets would be between about 76.5 to $80 or so, and very long term, months down the road, if that condition were even to be met in the first place, looking at like $90 plus. With that in mind, if this one does take out about 57 to the downside on a daily closure, I would be looking for a pretty deep retracement. Probably looking somewhere down around your mid to low 40s at that point. But for right now, sideways within this region is long-term very good. I just don't think it's going to be doing anything like super interesting anytime soon, if it is going to end up being bullish. So hopefully that's helpful. And there you go, sir.